Hi, my name is Sarah Dozier, and I am a kindergarten teacher at Drew Central Elementary, and my topic is Google Tools. The top 14 Google tools for education are Google Classroom, Google Drive, Google Docs, Google Forms, Google Computer Science for Kids, Google Science Fair, Hangouts on Air, Google Maps, Google Earth, YouTube, Google Plus, Google Calendar, Google Sites, and Google Cultural Institute. The first one is Google Classroom. Use Google Classroom to publish assignments, create classes, make announcements, and organize digital files for your classroom. Information you store on Google Classroom is kept secure and never sold to advertisers. Google Classroom is completely free, allows you to communicate with your students via email without leaving the app. You can start a conversation with one, several, or all students with the same interface. Google Drive. It provides 15 gigabytes of online storage to all of its users completely free. With Google Drive, you can store many different file types, including PDF files, audio, images, Word documents, videos, and more. You can share files and folders with your students and allow them to view, download, or even create their own files to a central folder. Google Drive is a handy way to organize files that you, your pupils, their parents, and or your colleagues can securely access. And you can access Google Drive offline. The next one is Google Docs. Often confused with Google Drive, Google Docs is a word processing tool that can be used to create Word documents. It's similar to Microsoft Word with two exceptions. Google Docs is free and it's cloud-based. You can use Google Docs to go paperless. Can use Google Docs to collaborative with a group of students work together because, for example, I use this with my lesson plans. Like I would do mine and then I would share them with the other teachers and they could go in there and make tweaks and save it as theirs, and then they could make a copy and they could tweak mine and make it theirs. The next one is Google Forms. Use Google Forms to create pop quizzes and other assessments. Forms are self-grading by adding the add-on Flubaroo. With Flubaroo, you can assign tests to specific students, record responses, and then send email results to both students and parents. Flubaroo is a free add-on for Google Forms. Google CS First, Computer Science for Kids. The CS stands for Computer Science. Through this program, Google provides all training and materials for starting and instructing a computer science club in your school. It's great for ages 9 through 14, and there's no experience needed to use this tool. Google Science Fair, an online competition open to students around the globe. The online competition is open to students around the globe aged 13 to 18. Winners are awarded scholarship funding, mentorship, and an educational trip. Hangouts on Air. Host guest speakers for your classroom. Hangouts on Air is a tool that allows you to host live broadcasts with just a webcam, a computer, and an internet connection. If you want to interview or interact with a special guest but can't coordinate a visit, use Google Hangouts on Air to do so. With this tool, your entire class can interact with the person on the other side of the screen by taking turns to ask questions. While Hangouts on Air is a live broadcast, you can have the option to save a file as a private or public if you prefer YouTube video. This way, you can keep the record for future use. The next is Google Maps. A great companion to geography lessons, most popular mapping tool on the internet that provides driving directions as well as a 360 street view of locations all around the globe. You can use it with the classroom as a virtual atlas, pair with Panorama or Panoramio to find stunning images from about any location in the world. Google Maps is a great companion to geography lessons because it gives a sense of place to words on a map. The next is Google Earth, a virtual field trip to the farthest reaches of the globe. Use this tool to explore the Earth in 3D. This is especially useful in geography and social studies, but even useful during history explorations. You can even access Google Earth through the mobile device. Even though it's named as Google Earth, you're not bound to just exploring this tool. You can explore the moon, see the face of Mars, or even zoom up close to distant galaxies far, far away. The next is YouTube. High quality videos on every topic imaginable. YouTube happens to be the internet's second largest search engine, and it's true that you can find just about any answer on this popular video site. YouTube is also an educational resource that should definitely be considered because it's free, it has high quality videos on every topic imaginable. Some channels that are worth subscribing to include The School of Life, Braincraft, Crash Course, ASAP Science, and Life Noggin. Google Plus. Google Plus, a way to network with other educators. It's Google's answer to social media, and it's sort of like a mashup between Facebook and Twitter. On Google Plus, you can keep up with the latest trends in education, get much needed support, and participate in lively discussions with fellow educators. Some communities worth checking out include Educators on Google Plus, Google Classroom Educators, Google Science Fair, Chromebook EDU, Google for Education, Made with Code, Science Teaching Resources, Education, Educational Technology, TED on Google Plus, National Geographic Education, and Connected Classrooms. Google Calendar, the perfect way to organize your time. Use Google Calendar to plan your daily schedule, set reminders, create a to-do list, and collaborate with others. You can even use Google Calendar as your lesson planner. Create it and then add the Google Calendar to your classroom or site. Google Sites. Create a website for your classroom. The difference between Google Classroom and Google Sites is Google Classroom is geared towards a student-teacher relationship. Google Sites is open to students, parents, and fellow colleagues. Use Google Sites to quickly set up a functional and relatively attractive website where you can do the following: post announcements, publish classroom rules, inform of upcoming events, create a wiki for class projects, upload and share files, post reading material, introduce topics or themes for the month, and share curriculum resources. Google Cultural Institute. Introduce cultural awareness through art. Another way to take a field trip without leaving the classroom. Google Cultural Institute is like a museum where you can explore poignant works of art from different time periods. Google Cultural Institute is an excellent addition to visual art class. Use this tool to introduce cultural awareness through art. Internet safety and pitfalls. Google shares tools and knowledge about online safety with other companies and works with individuals and website owners to help make the web safer and more secure for everyone. We also work with experts on online security and family safety to help provide advice and resources for you and your family. And I found that on google.com under safety. And then some pitfalls include wrong sites blocked, overblocking, certain sites not blocked, underblocking, non-banned sites, number of websites, employee alternatives, accidental access, and inappropriate use. The next is my bibliography, and in my bibliography, I found I looked at google.com, Google Sites, and then I used several different journal entries from the online database at UAM, and then I also looked at a blog, and it was on fusionyearbooks.com. All of these tools are very useful in a classroom, and I have used many of these tools in my classrooms for the last 3 years while I've been teaching, and they've been very useful. I use Google Docs to make my lesson plans, and then I share them on Google Drive, and that can be shared immediately with my principal, and so I don't have to go and take a copy every week to the office. So these are the top 14 Google tools that educators use, and these would be great to incorporate into your classrooms as well.